all are well treated with the term plant diseases. Plant diseases and all the plant diseases have been categorized into various types on the basis of uh, and the basis of the classification of plant disease uh, include the causes of the causes of the disease, the geographical distribution of the disease, and the symptoms of the disease. So there are so many there are various bases on which the plant diseases have been classified. I am just describing these basis of the classification of plant diseases. The first basis is on the first basis of the diseases of plant. The first basis of classification of plant disease is the cause. Is the cause? Cause means whether it is the disease caused by a pathogen or it is caused by the physiological disorder. So on the basis of the causes, plant diseases are categorized into two major groups. The first group is the pathological diseases, which are also called as infectious diseases, and the second group is the physiological disorder. Physiological disorder, and and such diseases are also known as non-infectious diseases. In first category, which is the pathological disease or the infectious disease, the plant disease is caused by some pathogen. There are some pathogens which are involved in the which are associated with the disease, and and there are various types of pathogens which cause the plant diseases, and these pathogens may include the viruses, bacteria, mycoplasma, fungi, nematodes, insect, protozoans, and the higher parasitic plants. So these are the some very important pathogens which cause the plant disease. What are the names of the pathogens? The first is viruses may cause disease, bacteria can cause disease, fungi, mycoplasma can cause diseases in the plants. Fungi can cause diseases in the plants. Nematodes can cause the diseases in the plants. Insect can cause the diseases in the plants. And higher parasitic plant can also cause disease in the plant. And beside this, the protozoans are also responsible for causing some diseases in the plants. So this is the first basis of the classification. The most important basis of the classification of the plant disease is the causes of the plant disease. What are the cause of the disease? Whether the disease is caused by the living pathogen. What are the pathogens? Random pathogens are the as far the disease causing organisms are called pathogens, and these pathogens may be viruses, bacteria, maybe mycoplasma, maybe fungi, maybe maybe nematodes, maybe protozoans, maybe insects, and other living organisms. So these are the pathogens are always the diseases caused by the pathogens. The diseases caused by the pathogens are known as categorized as the pathological diseases. Pathological diseases and these diseases, pathological diseases are also are always infectious. What is the meaning? Pathological diseases are always infectious. That is, if the contact between the healthy plant and a diseased plant will cause disease in the healthy plant, then yani pathological diseases are spread by the physical contact between the healthy and diseased plant. So this is the pathological. The first category of the disease is the pathological disease or infectious disease, and this pathogen, the pathogens are also known as causal organism. Pathogen को हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? Pathogens are also known as causal organism. The first category of the disease based on the cause are the pathological disease, and the second category is the physiological disorder. In case of the physiological diseases, pathogen is not involved. There is no pathogens are not associated. Rather, in case of physiological disease, no pathogen is involved. So in the second type of the disease, which I am just telling you that the second type of disease is known as the physiological disorder. Physiological disorder in the plant does not require any pathogen. Rather, the physiological diseases are also known as physiological disorder. They do not involve any pathogens. No pathogen is required for causing the disease. Rather, there are some physiological regions, physiological causes which can cause the disease, and these physiological causes are various types. As for example, the deficiency of the nutrient material, deficiency of the minerals, high salinity of the soil, alkalinity of the soil, high temperature or low temperature, humidity of the humidity, high humidity or low humidity, and temperature. There are various mechanical injury. So there are various regions other than the pathogens which are responsible for causing physiological diseases, and it is better to call physiological disorder than calling them physiological disease. अब दोनों you can use both the term, either the physiological disorder or physiological disease. And the main difference between the pathological and physiological disorder is that in case of pathological disease, in case of infectious disease, some pathogen is involved, some living pathogen is involved, and that pathogens are responsible for causing the disease. Whereas in case of the physiological disorder, there is no requirement of any pathogen. Rather, the physiological disease is caused due to various reasons, due to various regions, and these regions I have just described. What are the regions? Now let us see the second basis. The second basis of the classification of the plant disease is the organs affected. Whether disease is restricted to a particular plant body, or disease is distributed throughout the plant body. So the basis of the organs of the plant affected due to the disease are of two types. The first type is the localized disease, and the second type is systemic disease. In case of localized disease, the disease is restricted to a particular part of the plant body. Whereas in case of systemic disease, the disease is distributed or spread throughout the entire plant body. So there are two types of disease on the basis of the organs affected. The first one is the localized disease, and the second one is the systemic disease. So this is the second basis of classification, in which the organs are involved, whether the entire plant body, root, stem, leaf, and all part. If the infection and if the disease is distributed throughout the body, starting from root to the fruit, and every part of the plant, such disease is known as systemic disease, and such infection is known as systemic infection. And there are, on the other hand, there are some disease in which plant diseases in which the disease or symptoms are restricted to a particular organ of the plant body. It may be restricted to the leaf, it may be restricted to the root, it may be restricted to the stem, it may be restricted to the fruit. So such diseases in which the diseases and symptoms are restricted to a particular part, it is known as the localized disease. And if the infection takes place throughout the plant body and the disease is spread throughout the plant body, the disease is known as the systemic disease. So there are, just to have, I have described two bases of the classification of the plant. The first basis, the causes of the first basis, the cause of the diseases, on the basis of which the plant diseases are of two types, pathological and physiological. The second basis of the classification, the organs affected. On this basis, the plant diseases are of two types, localized and systemic. The third basis of the classification of the plant disease is the types of the host plant. Types of host plant. Whether the host plant is the crop plant, field crop, or the forest crop, or the vegetable crops, or the fruit. So there are 6 bases, and out of the 6 bases of the classification, the third one is the. You can write. There is no problem in writing the first, second, third. Anywhere you can write. It is not essential that you first. You are not. It is not essential that you must write the first basis on the top and the second and third on the. In the next point, you can write anywhere. So the third basis of the classification is the types of the host plant. Whether the host plant is the whether the disease is being caused in the crop field crop plant, rice plant is the field crop, maize, wheat और इस तरह के जो plants हैं, तो ये कहलाते हैं. There are various types on the basis of the types of the host. The field crop plant disease, the vegetable plant disease, the fruit plant disease, and the forest plant disease. You know that in the forest there are various types of forest plant. And in case of the forest plant, the fungi, bacteria, and all the pathogens can also cause in the forest plant. So there are 4 categories. There are 4 types of the plant diseases on the basis of the types of the host plant. The first one is the field crop plant. The second one is the vegetable plant disease. The fourth is the fruit plant disease. The fourth is the forest plant disease. So there are 4 types of the plant disease on the basis of type. This is the third basis of the classification. Now let us see the fourth basis of the classification of the plant disease. Fourth basis. The fourth on the basis of the geographical distribution. On the basis of the sign and geographical distribution of the plant disease. So, on this basis, the plant diseases are classified in 3 types. The first one is the endemic disease. The second one is the epidemic disease. The third one is the sporadic disease. The diseases on the basis of their occurrence and their distribution, geographical distribution, the plant diseases have been classified into 3 categories. The first category is the endemic. The second category is the epidemic. Epidemic plant diseases are also known as epiphytotic diseases. And the third category include the sporadic diseases. So there are 3 types of diseases on the basis of the occurrence and geographical distribution. This is the fourth basis. The fifth basis of the classification of the plant disease. क्या हुआ?
सर आपने जो पिक्चर भेजा है उसमें थर्ड नंबर पे है सर, थर्ड नंबर पे है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ज्योग्राफिकल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन.
अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि ये इट डजंट मैटर वेदर यू राइट. मैंने जैसा लिख दिया कि हाँ फर्स्ट में यहाँ है, सेकंड में वहाँ है, इसका कोई मतलब नहीं. आप कहीं भी लिख सकते हैं, एनीवेयर. इट डजंट मैटर वेदर यू राइट द ये the first one on the second position and the fifth one on the third position. It doesn't matter. ठीक है? You may write anywhere. It is not essential that just as I have written the first basis on the basis the causes and the second basis the organ of. The next basis of classification of the plant disease on the basis of the infection, primary infection. On the basis of the primary infection. On the basis of the primary infection, the plant diseases are of 3 types: soil-borne diseases, seed-borne diseases, and airborne diseases. There are 3 types of there are 3 major groups of the diseases on the basis of the primary source of the primary infection. It may be seed-borne, soil-borne, or airborne. Now let us see the next basis of the classification of the plant diseases. Here, look here. This is on the basis of the symptoms. On the basis of the symptoms, the plant diseases may be the rust diseases, maybe the smut diseases, maybe the blight diseases, maybe the